everyone. My name is Shaline Etieno.
And my name is Wallace Otieno.
Hello, people of the internet. Welcome, and my name is Wamboa Crispus.
Welcome to Three Voice One Mic podcast.
Yeah.
We are the host of today, and our topic of discussion of today's podcast is the future of radio in Kenya. This topic has been raising questions among ourselves. In today's podcast, we will explore many topics of discussion that has been rising among this main topic that we are supposed to discuss. And our topic number one will discuss the growth of radio in Kenya. How has it how did it came through? Point number two, we will be discussing the topic of digital transformation over the years, how it's changed over the past few years since it was invented back in the 1990s or 1800s. Topic number three, we are going to discuss the challenges that has been facing radios over the past few years or till today, the challenges that are affecting radio. Our fourth topic of discussion, will radio still remain relevant in the past 10 years to come, in the next 10 years to come? Okay, but our main question is, what does the future hold for the radio in Kenya? And beginning, we are going to discuss our first topic of discussion, which is the growth of radio in Kenya. Chris, take us through it.
Thank you, my sister.
Yeah.
Welcome again, people of the internet. Welcome to our channel. So I want to start where my sister stopped, asking this question: what is the future of radio in Kenya? What is the future of radio in Kenya? Is the radio dying, or is it simply changing?
No, not really. Radio is not dying.
The radio is not dying. So that is the question basically we will be looking at today. So the topic of discussion of number one is the growth of radio in Kenya, its origination and stuff, its origination. Okay, what is a radio? A radio is a technology and a medium of sending and receiving sound wirelessly through radio waves. So we'll be checking where the background of a radio, where did the radio come from? Because we know the radio was not there back then. So let's remember, let's go back. When we were in high school, our history class, we were talking about the colonization of Africa. And when we remember, colonization started there at 1920. Like the British people started colonizing Africa in 1920. So when they came to Africa, when they came to Kenya, they needed a medium of communication. They needed a medium of communication. So they had to introduce something so that they will be able to communicate. So the first thing they introduced was what? The radio. So during colonial period from 1920s to 1930s, those were the European settlers and colonial administrators introduced radio so that they can communicate when they are doing their business, when they are colonizing Kenyans. We know that. So after independence 1963, after we Kenyans fighting for our independence and chasing the Mzungu away, so we remained with Africa with our independence. So the radio was expanded to serve all Kenyans. So it was used for only 4 ways. Number one, national unity. To make sure in the 42 tribes of Kenya, they can communicate well. When someone is at Nyanza region, Kisumu, we can communicate with someone in Mount Kenya or someone in Western or Northeastern. Point number two, education. We all know that radio serves a very good place in education. Some people even learn listening to radios.
Even in communities, they talk about the challenges that are facing the community.
Exactly.
And how to curb them.
Number three, government communication. When the government wants to communicate to us, what did they use? That time there was no television, there was no smartphone, there was no TikTok. They used what? Radio. Point number four, news dissemination. We all know that today a person in the rural areas will use what? A radio. A person a person who does not have money will do what? Will use radio. So question number one. About vernacular languages. I'll be pointing the question to you, Lynn.
Yeah.
And because of time, make sure you answer very fast. The importance of vernacular radio stations.
Okay. The
In a
vernacular
few.
in a vernacular,
Mhm.
the importance of the vernacular, it has helped people receive information in local languages,
Mhm.
making radio more accessible to rural communities. Yeah.
So on topic number 2, which my brother Wallace will take us through, digital transformation over the years. Welcome.
Digital transformation over the years. Transformation over the years. Radio has evolved from analog to digital, using FM, terrestrial broadcasting to multi-platform digital experience. These shifts include adopting of digital audio broadcast and radio, internet streaming, and podcast. Yes. So we go to challenges facing the radio in Kenya, and my sister Lynn will take us through the challenges facing radios in Kenya.
Okay. I'm going to take you through the challenges facing radio in Kenya today. You know, I'm just going to measure on the main challenge that is facing radio today. There is this thing called social media or digital platform. It has really affected radio, but not that much, but it has just affected radio. That's the main challenge that I'm going to talk about. One of the biggest challenges in competition from digital platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, podcast, and social media. Many young people now spend more time online more than listening to traditional radio. Yeah, that's the main challenge that I can talk about right now, or the main challenge that I can just say it has just affecting radio that much. Okay, winding up, the fourth topic of discussion: will radio still remain relevant in the next 10 years?
Yes, I think radios will still remain relevant in the next 3 years, because if you check, radio is unmatched due to its unmatched accessibility and affordability. That means radio is free to consume and does not require costly internet subscription or electricity. Many basic mobile phones comes equipped with the FM receiver, making it easy to access in rural areas.
Okay, for me, radio is network is strong in rural areas, and another point, radio has must look for sources of information. It must be true. So the trust source of information. That's why people or radio will still continue in the past few years. Yeah.
So the radio, what should the radio do so that what should the government do so that radio can remain relevant? Number one, becoming more digital and engaging young audiences. We have answered our question today that the radio is not dying.
Yeah.
The radio is just evolving. It's just time. The radio is changing. Yeah, the radio is evolving. Back to you, our sister Dean.
As we come to the end of our discussion, one thing is clear: radio in Kenya is not disappearing. Instead, it's changing and adapting to the modern technology of today. And so maybe the real question is not will radio survive, rather than how will radio continue to reinvent itself. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that brings us to the end of today's episode to Three Voice One Mic podcast. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, so the radio is not dying. The radio is evolving. So tune on our channel, subscribe, like, and share. I want to leave you with a question. Do you think the radio will be strong in the next 10 years? Thank you. I was your very good person, Chris Pasombo.
Tune in, Wallace.
Okay, until next time, and bye.
Clock it. Clock it. Clock it.